Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Immediately, Raila Odinga declared his interest as the next person who is possibly going to be the next chairperson of African Union. What you are seeing today is that everyone is declaring support to Raila Amolo Odinga. Just the other day, Raila Odinga had his press conference. The Azimio team were not there, but Raila Odinga had his press briefing together with the former president of Nigeria, Obasanjo. Immediately, Raila Odinga declared that Raila Odinga went to Germany. And as we speak, Raila Odinga is not in the country. So, yesterday, the Azimio team, all the Azimio team, gathered together, and their press briefing was a clear indication that they are uniting behind Raila Amolo Odinga. And this support must deliver a fruitful mission, as the expectations are that Raila Odinga is having several qualities that will enable him to be the next chair of African Union.
Raila Amolo Odinga, that he will be seeking the support of the African continent in his desire to be the next chairperson of the African Union Commission. We would like to state as follows. Number one, as Azimio coalition, we welcome and congratulate our party leader for the bold step of putting his name forward for consideration of this most important role to the African continent and its people. We fully support his decision and we shall back his candidature to our fullest capacity.
Changes that Raila has made, zile changes Raila amefanya, is better for us in Kenya, is better for Africa, and better for the whole world. Unless you are selfish and you are weak, without Raila, how will I survive? But strong people like ourselves, we can weather any opposition, we can weather any opponent, we can fight on our own, we can exert our pressure, we can plan a sense of direction. We support him to be non-Sabah. We are not worried about our positions because Raila is not there. Unless we are.
So immediately, the Azimio is declaring their support behind Raila Amolo Odinga. Remember that those principles that were not there, people like Gideon Moi and others. But if you could have listened to the apology, you could understand that it is clear that these people are all together and their communication are all reliant to supporting Raila Amolo Odinga because they know what the political, or rather the kind of leadership that Raila Odinga is having towards the seat. So when you look at them endorsing Raila Odinga, remember, all the Azimio principles were there, and those who are not there, they had an apology.
Before it is said by my brother, Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, we have two colleagues who would have wanted to be with us, but were away on other duties. One of them is Honorable Gideon Moi. The other one is, so they are with us in spirit. They're not here, but they share the sentiments we are about.
And as if this is not enough, you have watched even Francis Atwoli coming out to say that Raila Odinga is a man that is going to take this. And even when you look at even the argument across the board, you will understand that the possibility of Raila Odinga becoming the chairperson of African Union is possible. I've seen many people coming out to say that there are many people who are going to declare their interest. But again, even if they're going to declare their interest, this will depend on how they're going to organize themselves, how they're going to convince other presidents across Africa, and also how they're going to build up their bloc. Because remember, if Raila Odinga could have been campaigning alone, that the Kenyan government has not endorsed him, then it could have been, maybe it could have been a big problem and not a kind of easy task. But as you speak, even immediately, this thing was happening, Raila Odinga declaring his interest. Remember, Mudavadi had already campaigning to Raila Amolo Odinga. Mudavadi had attended a certain African summit. And remember, Mudavadi was already campaigning for Raila Amolo Odinga.
Of the commissioners and the chair of the African Union. So clearly, the principles of rotation, so that the whole of Africa can be seen to participate, is important. In this particular case, for instance, we are trying to deal with a situation where basically Eastern Africa and Northern Africa have never had an opportunity to lead the chair of the commission for over 23 years, since 2002, 2003. The Southern region has had a chance. The Central has had twice. The West has also had an opportunity. So one of the key elements was that alphabetically, if you go in terms of regions, this provides a good opportunity for the East African region to provide leadership for the African Union Commission.
The explanation that you are seeing is as per the direction of the head of the state, that is William Ruto. And if this could have been something that they are against, today they could have been speaking about rejecting Raila Amolo Odinga. Even wangekuwa wamekuja kusema kwamba huyu jamaa ametusumbua sana na maandamano hapa Kenya. Si ataenda andamane huko Afrika. Si ataenda aongoze maandamano. But these people are quiet. They are seriously campaigning for Raila Odinga. And remember, though William Ruto does not have a clear network in whole Africa, but again, he's having also friends because he is the president of the Republic of Kenya as we speak, and he's also having relationship with other African presidents. So it is easier for William Ruto to come out and convince people like Samia Suluhu of East African community, people like Paul Kagame, people like Tshisekedi of Congo, people like the president of Somalia, the people of Uganda, Yoweri Museveni, and that is how they're going to start building the bloc and saying that now it is our time. We as East African community, we had not led this chairmanship in Africa, but now there's the time, because when you look at the illustration and also the explanation of Musalia Mudavadi, you will understand that the South had already led, Central the same, West the same. So it is a high chance for East African community to come out and lead. But this is going to depend also the way Raila Odinga is going to present himself before these people. And by the way, the campaign is going to start very soon, as now the current chair of African Union, Moussa Faki, is going to retire in February 2025. So it means there is just 1 year of campaign, just almost 1 year of campaign. And this is not something that is easy, that you think that you just said, then these people will decide. Remember, you must convince the East African Bloc, because these people are also having the organization, East African Bloc. East African Bloc is having Rwanda, is having Uganda, is having Tanzania, is having Congo, is having Somalia. Just the other day, Somalia joined the East African community. And at the same time, we are having Kenya that is proposing their own candidate to Africa. So after that, also it will entail William Ruto with his brigade to campaign for Raila Odinga, because if Raila Odinga is going to take this, it is a win for Kenya. It is not a win of Raila Odinga. It is a win for Kenya. But if the head of state of Kenya will reject Raila Odinga, how will you expect the East African community bloc to rally behind Raila Odinga? The same to other African presidents. So it will depend how Raila Odinga, together with the government of the day, to campaign for Raila Odinga. And remember, Raila Odinga is having these qualities. Raila Odinga is having these qualities. And despite of some people are thinking like what we are saying is not navigated towards what we are seeing is coming, then I'm telling you, you don't know what you're saying. Because look at, for example, if today Raila Odinga is going to be the chairperson of the African Union, and the possibilities are, I'm telling you, the possibilities are there. The possibilities are there. So if he is going to take that seat, remember, number one, it is a win for Kenya. Number two, it is also easier for the Kenya Kwanza to brag of that now we are having one person that is leading Africa, and it is our own. Something that I have seen, and I want to say it. I've seen some people saying that Raila Odinga has disappointed us. Where are you saying that Raila Odinga has disappointed us? Tell us. If you know where Raila Odinga has disappointed us, you can illustrate. But the reality, leave Raila Odinga to go and lead elsewhere again. If there's a possibility of Raila Odinga leading in African Union, wacha aenda aongoze. There's no problem there. Let others who are remaining, for example, like ODM, let them organize. As we are being told, they are organizing themselves and they're going to have the press briefings on how the party leadership is going to be. The same to Azimio, they have already taken the mantle, and the mantle is being led by Kalonzo Musyoka and Martha Karua. So this is going to depend on how the Azimio is going to organize themselves, and ODM is going to organize themselves. And by the way, I want to tell you, some people might think that now Raila Odinga's interest towards the African Union seat is going to affect the politics of the Republic of Kenya. The politics of the Republic of Kenya will be there. Though some people would like that Raila Odinga to be there, but the reality, if Raila Odinga can fit the chairmanship of African Union, why not? Let him go. Let him go and serve Africa. And those who are saying that Raila Odinga has disappointed us, if he has disappointed you, but again, Raila Odinga has played a big role in the politics of the Republic of Kenya, and if he can have a chance in African Union, let him be. The same to ODM, they must also come out to organize themselves, and even you can see that the declaration towards taking over ODM to another level will be there. Despite of Raila Odinga being banned from playing active politics in the Republic of Kenya, I know ODM will still be there, and also the Azimio will still be there. So the unity of Azimio will propel them also to the high heights that will enable them at least to unseat William Ruto. That will depend. But also again, if William Ruto will come with his kind of politics, then now you see, he will go to Nyanza and say, Sumeona nimepea Raila Odinga kazi as chairperson of African Union, give me vote. Some people will come out and say, enyewe, huyu jamaa ametusupport, wacha tumpe kura. That is how the politics is going to change. But we are just waiting and watching. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video.